I am so excited every year to highlight some of our amazing, terrific, tremendous Caregiver Friendly Award recipients. And in this case, it's kind of special because it's somebody I know and I admire and I think the world of. So it's kind of cool that she got one of these awards. And it's not for what I thought it might be for, because I know her as a tremendous author. This is my friend Sue Ryan, a caregiving advocate and author of the internationally best-selling book, Our Journey of Love, 5 Steps to Navigate Your Caregiving Journey. Sue's Caregiver Friendly Award is for the Caregiver Journey online course that she developed to help caregivers navigate the entire caregiving journey. Sue, welcome. It's a pleasure to see you. It's a pleasure to talk with you. And congratulations on your award.
Thank you, Gary. I'm so excited about this. This has truly been a journey of love. And I have been working for over a year to create this program to help family or non-professional caregivers navigate their entire caregiving journeys. Actually, I shouldn't say I've been working on it for a year. I've been working on it for 40 years. That's how long I've been a caregiver. I've been creating the online course for over a year.
Very good. It comes from the heart. It comes from the soul of a caregiver, which is very important. So let's start by talking about the 5 phases that you have put together of our caregiving journey.
The 5 phases that I put together are based on having gone multiple times through the entirety of a caregiving journey, of a family or non-professional caregiving journey. And the first phase I call the caregiver's primer. It's either when we see caregiving on the horizon and it hasn't started yet, but we get signs it's coming, or when there's a diagnosis or an event and all of a sudden we instantly become caregivers. It's things that we can be doing to prepare ourselves and our loved ones for this journey. The second phase is one of the things that I have found the most valuable for me over the years, which is called The Journey Begins with Me. It's understanding ourselves in a meaningful way, how we're naturally wired to view the world, how we naturally deal with stress. And because of that, it helps us to have our own journey, not to judge ourselves and not to compare ourselves with others while we're on the journey. We need everything about us to be supporting us in a healthy way and not sabotaging us. So the second phase is understanding ourselves, because then as we walk into confidently navigating your caregiving journey, the third phase, which is the day in and day out, my whole premise with the course is to help people move from feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, and yes, sometimes even frightened, to confident, balanced, and supported in their caregiving journeys. And a lot of the day in and day out things can keep us off what I call the emotional roller coaster to help us feel more confident and balanced. The fourth phase, while I put it as the fourth phase, Gary, it really goes through our entire journey, which is called the grace of grief. Throughout our journey, we're experiencing grief, little pieces, big pieces, different kinds of experience. The grace of grief is understanding that we wouldn't have the emotion of grief if it wasn't meant for us. And it helps us understand grief, how to navigate grief, and yet how to move through grief in our own time, but how to move through it so that we don't stay stuck in grief. And when we're not stuck in grief, we're able to go to that 5th phase, which is called moving forward. And moving forward is our caregiving journey has ended. We may still be going through the grieving process, but it's now time to reawaken or rediscover who we are and move forward in our lives, because we're meant to thrive in our lives. And for example, for the last 16 years, I've continuously been a family caregiver. And there are things I intentionally put on the shelf when I became a caregiver. When I have the ability to start evaluating what I want to bring into my life, some of those things may stay on the shelf and others may be coming in, and a few others I may be bringing back. So that's what the 5 phases of the caregiver's journey are.
You know, I love it. I've been talking to and educating, supporting, being an advocate for caregivers for nearly 30 years. And I don't think I've ever heard the phases so well delineated from before, during, and after. Gets me thinking, we had a conference up north many years ago, and a young lady came in and said, you know, I'm not a caregiver yet, but I know it's coming. That's why I want to come to your conference. And that reminds me of your first phase is like, everybody should get this course if they're not yet a caregiver, because chances are they're going to be a caregiver.
Many of us are going to be. The numbers are staggering. They're like, let's see, more than 25 billion people in only 18 countries of the United States or of the world, and more than 53 million. And that's a conservative number in the United States alone. And it's of different diagnoses, different ages. There are more than, I think, more than 3 million caregivers who are 18 years old or less.
Yeah.
And so it's the caregiving journey. It has a variety of different ways it looks for different people. And it's helping them navigate that no matter what the dynamics of their journey are.
Now, the phases are wonderful, but you have a whole lot more, including audio, video, programming. Tell us what's involved in the entirety of the course.
Thank you for asking that. I've done several different things with it. First of all, I've also given the foundation of the course, which is massive acceptance and radical presence, which helps us have a more clear view of our lives as we're navigating our caregiving journey. So it's the foundation, massive acceptance and radical presence. And then because we're busy as caregivers, I've made many of the lessons 5 minutes or less. Every lesson's on one topic. And I've tried to keep them as short and succinct as possible. Not everyone's able to be 5 minutes or less, but many of them are. And then because we learn or we have capacity to be with different media at different times, I have the video version of it. I have some worksheets and guides to go with it. I also have a PDF version of every one of the presentations, and I have an audio version of it to support you in your caregiving journey, because I know we're busy and we don't always have access to looking and learning in the same way.
Now I know why you're part of the 22nd anniversary Caregiver Friendly Award recipient program. So this is very, very smart. How do people get the program, get the course?
My website is sueryan.solutions, and one of the tabs is course.
Of course.
And it'll take you right there. Of course it is.
Of course.
Of course there's one for the course. It'll take you right there. And it also has my contact information. If people have questions, my email address is sue@sueryan.solutions.
I love that. Thank you for what you do. I'm going to let you get back to your workshop and keep tinkering to help us family caregivers. And it's just wonderful seeing you, and congratulations.
Gary, thank you so very much. Have a beautifully blessed rest of your day.
You too.